There are times when I'm out and about and I get a whiff of a fragrance and I am totally blown away. And that happened to me last summer when I was at Tampa with my friend, and he pulled out a fragrance and I think it smelled incredible. And I was asking him, what is that fragrance? And he told me it's Louis Vuitton Intimate. And immediately I was like, well, it's a Louis Vuitton fragrance. I'm not going to be able to afford that because those tend to be pricey. What's the next best clone for me? So as soon as I got home, did some researching, and this is what I came up with. And it's by Maison Alhambra, Lowe, Immortel. And the notes this opens up with is a heavy dose of ginger, get that grapefruit, get citrus, amber, and a little bit of woods. I would say grassy woods, but the biggest notes for me is definitely that ginger and grapefruit. Price on this one, so the Louis Vuitton one goes for about $400. This one, of course, goes for $30. And I think I got mine for just under $30 when I purchased it. So maybe about $25 to $28, but good price value composition here, 3.4 ounce bottle. As you can see, I already did like a heavy, dent in this already. So I'll flip it upside down. So I got plenty of wear from this already. So the projection, this one, performance and projection. Performance overall, I get about 5 to 6 hours. Now, within the first 2 hours, I would say I get the projection. And within the first hour, I think it's like a really nice projection. But it kind of sits closer to your skin, like around hour 3 to 4. So just keep that in mind. Time to wear this in, definitely spring and summer. No doubt about it. I mean, you can get away with it in the fall time, but spring and summer are the best times to wear this one in. The occasion, this one. The occasion I would wear this one the most is for more casual situations. But I also wouldn't mind pulling out for a summer date if I'm wearing a fresh button down and feeling good about myself and a nice warm hot day. I think it'd be good for a date too as well. Now, what does this fragrance remind me of the most? So when I first sprayed it for a day or two, it actually reminded me of one of my old favorite ones, Dolce & Gabbana The One. And I think the reason it reminded me of it because of the heavy dose of ginger. But Dolce & Gabbana The One does not have any, or this does not have any tobacco notes at all. And Dolce & Gabbana The One is known for that tobacco and ginger. So that's where I think I was getting it. But then I did like a spray test, and I was wearing another fragrance like the day before. And it's actually very close to Tarothy Blue. And this one is mimicking Bulgari Tiger. So Bulgari Tiger and Louis Vuitton Intimate, they are similar. So that actually makes these two very similar. And the notes are even like almost identical too. But this one, I would say, Bulgari Tiger and Blue Tarothy, I think it's more for more upscale events. So I think this has like more of elegance, I would say, as compared to this one. Where this one, to me, for some reason, this leans more airy, more casual. This one, this seems more elegant. But when you spray them side by side, they pretty much do smell very similar. I can tell the difference, but the average nose will not be able to tell the difference, I don't think. So, and they're both about the same price here. So that leads me to my 3 words for this one. My 3 words for this one is just not original. So I like the smell of this one. It's just something I smelled before, specifically the Tarothy Blue. And it also kind of gives me vibes of this one a little bit too. Not as much, but it's kind of good for that Bleu de Chanel feel. But final rate I give this one, I give it a 7 out of 10. So I give it a 7 out of 10 because it's a fragrance I do like and enjoy. It's not quite in the Louis Vuitton Intimate realm though. Louis Vuitton Intimate feels and smells so much more deeper, refined, just has like a gorgeous notes to me. This one, there are some differences in my opinion. So the other reason I knock it off some points is because I have a few fragrances now in my collection are very similar. I just mentioned Tarothy Blue, and if I already have this, it's already kind of redundant to have this one now. So I mean, a little bit redundant for me, so that's why I give it 7 out of 10. So I'm going to do a free giveaway for this one, and the sample is going to be one of this Maison Alhambra Jean Lowe. To be entered in the contest, you got to like the video and be a subscriber to the channel. And you have to answer the question to me, have you ever bought 2 redundant fragrances that were similar? What were they, and how did you use them? So I guess you could answer one of those questions. What actually was it? So, all right, that's all I have for Jean Lowe, Immortel. And one last thing I do want to say, there's another version of this where this one's spelled T-E-L in Immortel, and the other one's spelled T-A-L. They're the same fragrance clone, but for some reason they changed the name of it. But don't really know the reason why. But overall, good fragrance. And remember, guys, to stay fresh.